Cassidy White, and the group that I chose for our at-risk assignment is the Romney population. I chose this group, who are also known as gypsies, because they live a very exciting nomadic lifestyle that is full of color. But also because of this, they are prosecuted or persecuted and repressed because of how they live. Romney culture. Many groups and ethnicities are often lumped into the classification of gypsy. The Romney people can include ethnic groups who are widespread all over the world. Some groups that are considered gypsies, Romnicles or Romney of England, Bayash or from Corsia, the Kale of Wales and Finland, the Romlanar from Turkey, and Damari from Palestine and Egypt. The travelers of Ireland are not Roma, but they are considered gypsy by many Romney people. The group was first thought to originate in Egypt, but a 2012 study found they have a Y chromosome in mitochondrial DNA that is only prominent in Southern Asian population. It is thought that they spread throughout Europe and the Middle East. No one knows when they first left India or their reason behind the leave. Romney experiences. Some Romney experiences include the Romney people have suffered many tragedies, including slavery that lasted until 1856. However, the discrimination toward the people persisted until 1911, when they started fingerprinting all Roma people, or Romney. In 1936, during the Olympic Games, the homeless and the Roma people were sent to concentration camps. In 1942, 11,164 people were killed, including Siberian Jewish men, suspected communists, and Romney, by Siberian Nazi police. Today, the culture is still having a hard time being accepted into the communities that they live in. Romney dress / bridal gowns. Romney people are very lavish when it comes to their wedding. Their brides often compete to see who can have the biggest, best made dress, and which could be adorned with the most jewels, gold, and lace. Here you see a traditional gown which has some gold trimming around the edges as well as the V, or the neckline. In the second picture, you'll see a modern Romney bridal gown, which is fluffed and trimmed with lace, as well as gold and jewels around her bustier. This was very important to the Romney people because of how repressed that they were. They were not allowed to express themselves. They always hid, and in doing this had to hide themselves. So the weddings became a huge tradition after the end of World War II. Romney dress, groom wear. Here you'll see the traditional groom dress, which would be made up of a vest, a black hat, and in some floral on the side. Along the front of his vest, you'll see gold pieces, which would have been what made the dress important. In the second picture, you'll see a modern dress for a Romney wedding, with the groom in a crown as well as his bride. The bride's dress is also very fluffy at the bottom to promote her importantness. Prevention of discrimination. As of 2016, a bill is being processed through the AU, or European Union, that would help with integration of the Romney people. The bill focuses on fighting against discrimination and anti-Roma, including hate speeches and hate crimes, along with helping finding Romney people who have no housing or health care, and making sure they have those things, and education, which is the most important. Traveling houses / RVs. Here you'll see a picture of two families. One is the traditional traveling house, and one is the more modern caravan. When Romney people first started traveling, they traveled in wagon-like structures that and often with large or many family members. In the second picture, you'll see the more modern caravan. Although in today's society we have running electricity, these people still live together in an atmosphere like they used to, and also pay tribute to traditions from their families. Intervention approaches: micro, individual, meso, group or family, and macro, organization. During the micro approach of intervention, helping a Roma individual, I would help the individual in a counseling session one-on-one, possibly to help him receive or help him get a job, because he is having trouble finding employment because of how often he moves. To help him, I could find employment that would accommodate for how often he moves because of his nomadic lifestyle. This job could offer accommodations through relocating programs every 6 months. Although Roma people move often, it would help him in the long run find a job and secure a job that he could have. During the meso intervention approach, I could help a family or group of people find housing in an area where they might not normally be accustomed to. You could help the family find housing in which they would have to pay low income to accommodate for the amount of times that they have to move, and relocating or short renters fees, which would allow them to be able to end their arrangements with rentals offices and landlords. On the micro intervention approaches, I could help a large group or organization of Roma people by advocating against discrimination. Roma people are often repressed because of the way that they live and have hard time finding a place in a community that when they move so often. I could advocate for them and